Hi Capricorn, welcome to New Era. My name is Emma. This is your love reading starting today on the 1st of May. Yay for May. Funny. And it's just for the very near future. I've asked for the most inspiring, uplifting and guiding message that I can find. And I've stopped to set an end date to it because I think whenever you listen to this, that's when your time is to listen to it. So if you find it a year or 6 months later than when I posted it, it could still be a reading. I've started to incorporate the number though, the frequency of the number, and today's date is number 1. 1 is all about new beginnings, fresh new start, starting over, just movement forward really, which is absolutely awesome. So let's see Capricorn, what's going on for you specifically. If you don't like the shuffle, please fast forward. Capricorn. For your love, and I'm using the Archangel Power Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue. I just want to make clear that it's not a typical tarot reading. I'm using the images in the cards to get my own intuition going. There you go. Somebody is awakening their sacral chakra, their second energy center. Wow. And then new beginnings. Strong new beginnings. So that is really cool. Have I said that I'm a sucker for numbers? Have you noticed? So on the table we have 8, page, and 9, and then new beginnings. And page for me lately has become like turning the page, like flipping the page to something else. So we come from this infinity, like 8 situation, figure 8 is all about like so above, so below, so in heaven, so on earth. And the infinity, like the eternalness of that, like we're keep going and keep going. There's no end ever. There's no end ever. So we're just keep going, keep going. So that we're taking that with us and we're flipping the page. We're turning the page now into number 9, which is like a number 9. Usually, I would say like in the olden days, like a week ago, number 9 was all about endings. Like we're ending something, and you could end something, but then I'm not focused on you ending a relationship or you're ending something that is done so that we can step, because the focus here is on a new beginning. Like we have the number 1 today. And I just want to show you, and I do apologize, the program reverses the images. I know about it. I keeping it in for now. It says new beginnings here. So it's a strong focus on a new beginning. And so we're coming from this eternalness and turning the page and going into this 9 where we're ending something, we're wrapping up something. So there's a happy ending. There's like a welcome ending is what I should say. So that could be an ending to your single days. That could be an ending to you being separated, like it's the end days of that separation. It might be something in your committed relationship where you're ending something in that relationship that is a happy welcome. If that is like you've been struggling with reaching each other or communicate about something, that has come to an end now, and now we can start talking about it. So there's a welcoming ending. But other than that, I feel like it's a lot of the unconditional feeling, the unconditional frequency that I picked up lately so much, that it's like we're not now dependent on what happens on the outside. That's conditional, but rather what happens on the inside. So if there's an incident where you feel like somebody's behaving in a way that you don't like and you want them to change because that will make you feel better. That is very conditional. The unconditioned of that, the very condition is their behavior. And for you not for you to not, I mean, isn't it typical? At least I know I was that at one point, wanting to change somebody so that it would feel better for me. They can't keep doing that, or I feel bad. But it's not up to them to change. It might not be for me. It might be that I say, well, keep doing what you're doing. I am wishing you all the best, like goodbye. That I could choose something else, but to say, so if we're going to continue together here, you need to change that. That is very conditional, right? So the unconditioned here is that letting people be exactly who they are and just tending to your own inner guidance. So we're taking this infinity, this eternalness, and turning the page into this gorgeous, unconditional place in a very new beginning. That is huge, Capricorn. However your situation is looking in terms of relationships, that is huge. So we have this 8, and it says on the bottom, a great deal of activity, sudden and immediate results, important communication. I'm not too drawn to those words. This suddenness, I feel a suddenness, but it's not a suddenness because you've been wanting this for so long. Like there's a shift that is happening. We're stepping into this new beginning, and you've been wanting it for so long. So in that sense, it's not sudden. It's not like, oh, I think I want a new relationship. Oh, I think I want to get back together with my separated person. Or actually, when I said that, that might be new to some of you guys. So 1 or 2 people out there maybe in a separated situation where you sort of thought, no, let's stay separated. Let's not do this again. In a very recent past, I feel like some of you guys really have changed your mind. And you might want to give it another guy. What? You might want to give it another go. Where was I going with that? Another run, maybe. But what I feel around this is that you've come into this most balanced place. It's like you're so freaking balanced. And there's so many birds around you, which speaks about the freedom. You're flying as well. You're flying with those birds. It's just a complete freedom feeling. And that goes so well together with this unconditional feeling that you're no longer attached to anything. You're allowing everybody to do what they're doing. And you're allowing, probably most of all, you're allowing yourself to be who you are. This is who I am. Take it or leave it. That type of feeling. So putting it in, like, if you're single and you're wanting to meet somebody, it's like it speaks about this high energy, high vibing energy that you're coming together with, that you're searching for, that you're reaching for. And I feel like reaching this place or reaching this point, it has taken you a while to get here. Okay? It's been taking some time. And it's not like you necessarily would have been like single for 10 years, or, you know, you could have been in a relationship and still feeling like it's not going the way that I want it to. So now if you're single, I feel like this is a long time dream of yours to really meet somebody that is connecting in, and it's a really high type of love that is coming in for you. If you're separated, I feel like this is you moving forward now. We're getting together now. There's a possibility for you to, and it could literally, I mean, I'm trying not to think too much about the fact that it's like this pandemic is going on, and on a lot of places on earth, it's a flight restriction. You really literally can't fly anywhere right now. But I'm not going to read into that. So there's something to it that you might actually literally fly to see them, or they will fly to see you. Something around that. I'm not getting too much around committed as right now. Page or Gabriel. So this is you turning the page into something new. And it says energetic, brave, optimistic, and playful. And I think this is you in your little robe there. And again, it speaks about such a balanced, and I mean, you can swap the characters around. Obviously, this could be your person, and this could be your person. So it's a general reading, so it's tough to know exactly who is whom here. But I feel for the majority of you, this is you. And on the bottom it says, follow your passion. You're ready for any challenge, opportunities for excitement and adventure. So this is just speaking about, like, if you're single, you're so freaking ready. You're dressed for the occasion. You have your staff in your hand. You know where to walk. You know where to go. It's a very questionable little sandal that you're having on your feet. But anyway, sorry. This is feeling like you're in alignment. I want to say, I keep saying balance, but you are balanced, because that's what I pick up from this card. You're so balanced, Capricorn, but you're in alignment. You're in alignment with this new energy. You're in alignment with this new person that wants to come in, with this high flying person that wants to come in, and to just keep shining that light. I think every once in a while you may drop a bit in your energy. You may feel like, I'm so excited. I'm so, I'm so eager to meet them. I'm so happy that I'm going to be in a relationship. And then because it's not a dominant energy, if that makes sense, like it's not your default setting, computer language, like default setting, just the setting you have at all times. Back when I thought a default was something that was wrong. It sounded like fault, like something is wrong. And so it's like an everyday. It's something you do all the time. That's your setting, and you're keeping to it. And so your default setting is like not constantly feeling the feeling that they're gonna come. That is recent. So your default setting has been, where are they? I'm a bit frustrated that they're not here yet. I'm a bit, how long is this going to take? I'm ready now. What is going on? Like, you're questioning the energy. And so that just prolongs the actual meeting with them, which is really annoying to know. And maybe you even know about it, which is even more annoying. So you just found this light. You just stepped into this very balanced, very in alignment place where you keep shining your light to sort of almost like what do you call that in English? Like, you see, like if you're out on the ocean and you see that, like a lighthouse light, so that they can see you, and just keep shining that light now. Keep holding that light. Try to as best as you can put that as your new default setting, your dominant setting to be, you're just expecting them to come now because you feel that way, because it's right, because it's time, because it is, to stay in that energy, and they will find you. They will absolutely 100% find you if you just keep that light. And it's just follow your passion. So it means that if you're single, just keep doing what you love to do, whatever passion you have. If you're feeling passionate over something that you're doing, whether that is thinking about a partner, or that is singing, or doing whatever that is for you, it's still passion, and that passion will draw them in. Okay? If you're separated, it's the same thing. But I feel like here I feel like you feel that you're a bit further apart. This sort of resonates a bit with the Sagittarius reading, I have to say, for the separated. That it feels like you're a bit further apart. Like there's distance, not necessarily emotionally and mentally, but practically. Like there's practical distance. There's physical evidence of you not being in the same room, house, city, even country. Because I feel like there's the desert there is just showing how there's like sand and sand and sand until you see something new. And so it's sort of talking about how you're really being far apart from each other right now. It might be in the next town or whatever, but it feels really far apart. And to just do the same, focus on your passion, follow what feels really, really yummy to you right now. And that magnetism within yourself is going to open up and draw them in. I'm still not getting anything for the committed. So probably this is not a reading for you. There could still be information. So yeah, keep reminding yourself, because these are all orange cards. So this is the sacral chakra. Passion, creativity, sexuality. That's where you're like come alive again. And it's Sagittarius has this very strong within their reading as well. So you might want to look into that. There's something about awaken that part of you, the sexual part of you, the creative part of you, the passionate, magnetic, attractive, charismatic side to you. When that comes alive, like the whole of you becomes alive. And sometimes we can be like leaning towards more of the creative side, and then sometimes more towards the sexual side. But they're both like in this beautiful rhythm, the beautiful energy of the second energy center, and it's really becoming alive, which is making you more magnetic. It's making you more attractive. It's making you more charismatic. It's like you're just this magnet to pull whatever you want in right now. And then we have 9 of Gabriel. So this is what I'm talking about. Yes, a welcome ending, a welcome end to something. Welcome end to, you would say that the end of your single days would be welcome. That's the 9. But then also being unconditional. And this is like, so if you're single, so most people would say, I need to see it before I believe it. But you need to believe it before you can see it. That's a whole premise of law of attraction. It's like you need to keep this light afloat for like you need to so that light within you is what's going to draw more things to you. And if you're waiting for something to come before you will be happy, you will wait forever. You can randomly, by default setting, randomly just rumble into them, like just by default, just by accident stumble into them. There's no way to live at all. And I know that you guys are way more awake and aware than that. But this is all about, even though you can't see anything. So I feel like this is you standing in the back there, whether you're single or in a separated situation, and you're standing in all of this lush green scenery, and then we have like this dry patch, like we have this where you don't see too much, like right in front of you, there's no evidence. But way in the future, you are thinking about that there could be a person there. It's lush there again, but right in front of you, it's not. And so that is telling you that right where you stand, it's lush. So it's green. It's evidence that things are going well for you. To just really focus in here and now, not to focus one bit into the future. Because if you can't see even 1 millimeter in front of you, but that the fact that it's empty, like if you look around, there's still no partner, and you start to focus in on there's no partner, you're going to attract more things to have evidence that there's no partner. But if you're focusing in on where you stand, where it's all green, where it's all very rich, very abundant, and focus in on the fact that it feels really good where I am, I'm excited for more, I'm excited for what's going to come, I can't wait to meet them, I expect, I'm hoping that they're going to be gorgeous, I'm, having all these wishes and dreams, but talking as if it will come true, and not talking about the dry patch that you're seeing here, that it's not happening for you, because then it's going to continue not to happen for you. Or go way in the future, where you sort of have a knowing, like, I know at some point I'm going to meet them. At some point I'm going to meet them. I can't be single forever. Like, how many years can one be single? Of course not. You've never heard of somebody that was single that long. So, like, you're going to eventually meet them. And so that's a knowing in itself. And sometimes people say, well, isn't that just making me not meet them until in the way future? No, because the energy, like the universe doesn't feel the difference of the energy. If you're focusing here and now on the lush or very far in the future on the green and abundance, it does not matter, because it's now that you're thinking about it, and that's the vibration you're sending out. So that's the vibration the universe is going to respond to. But if you're thinking about the very near future where you don't see how it's going to go, that's what you send out, and that's what the universe is going to respond to. So you want to just, if you're single, you want to just keep talking about how you're so excited that they're going to come. Or drop it all together if you can't go there without being disappointed. It doesn't feel that way anymore. It feels like you're really excited to get together with them. If this is a separated situation and you're understanding that there's a pause right now, there's a distance here, but in the future you're going to be able to see them again, to almost like cut this out of the card. Just cut this out of the card and bring those two together, like whoop. And try to start to imagine how it is when you're together, how it is when you're in a good way longing for each other, like in a fun, exciting, really yummy way, trying to think about the good days when you thought about them coming together, or how it is just before you're about to meet them, to play that story over and over in your head, to just, oh, it's so nice when you're, or see them from afar, like maybe you have met them in the past and you meet them somewhere and you see them and it's like, that feeling when you see them, to just play that over and over in your mind. That will bring you guys faster together. With anything that is going on here in the universe, there's not one thing that the universe goes, that's the pandemic, can't mess with that. You might have decided, and that's completely fine, you might have decided that during this quarantine isolation thing happening, you just cannot see each other and you're so longing for them. That's a whole other deal. But if you're really wanting to see them, there's nothing that the universe is going to go, no, that's too big for us. So if you're focusing in that you want to meet them, you're separated situation, you're going to meet them. And then we have it says on the bottom, stay determined and move forward. Be prepared for any possibility. Like, let in whatever wants to come in. And then we have this gorgeousness, the new beginnings. So we have a strong emphasis on the new beginning, because we have new beginnings in today's date. And it says on the bottom here, starting a new life, finding your purpose, a forgiving and compassionate review of the past. So this is, you just really are starting your new life right now. And with this 20, it's like a 2.0 version of you. You're upgrading yourself. I don't know, Capricorn, didn't you have this last week as well? You might have had this last week. It says new beginnings there on the top. And then 2.0 is like your upgraded version, which allows in, I get the same feeling that I do around this card. It's like a high vibing love, high frequency that is reaching you at this moment in time, and you're receiving it. I mean, the universe and people with really high energy and solar flares and all of that is like coming into Earth, that is of the highest possible thinkable energy, that's being sent all the time. It's just where are you? Are you in the vicinity to receive that? Are you anywhere near, like, are you any close at all to let that in? And yes, you are, because now it's like now we're up here. Now we're up there flying with the birds. We're on the same wavelength as all of the goody stuff. And they're going to come in. Okay, I'm going to continue in the extended and see where I can find there about this love reading. I don't think there's anything more that is popping out around these cards right now. So if you're interested in the extended, then the link is in the description box down below. If this is where we part ways, then thank you so much for watching. I'm wishing you a very happy beginning of May, and I hope to see you back soon. Take care. Bye.